Die! Single unifying experience while playing this game is death! Welcome to Half Sword. You probably know what Half Sword is, but in case you don't know, it's a realistic physics-based medieval fighting game set in the 15th century with a very unique control system. Now, I have already covered this game in a previous video when it was still in demo, and in that video I promised that I would make a new video when the early access came out. If the early access drop, I may remake this video.
Oh my god.
Okay, so before filming the gameplay for this video, I have played the early access off cam for a bit. Only a tiny bit. Like a tiny bit. It's got like a few pieces of the boss armor and a handful of finnings. But I decided to yeet everything off a cliff to give you an authentic experience. Except the boss armor. I do not wanna grind that shit again. With all of that out of the way, take a journey with me through the Half Sword progression mode, also known as the Gauntlet.
In the year of our Lord, 1475, the Empire limps along, held together by quails, taxes, and the...
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay, first you're gonna create your character. On the right there are these sliders that you can use to adjust hair length, hair color, eye color, face, and most importantly, stature. And also, just an extra tip, always choose maximum stature because it makes your arm longer, and also make you heavier so you get more oomph behind your head, like how in boxing where they separate fighter into different weight classes. Now you're gonna pick your weapon. Anything should be fine. They give you like option to pick like 4 stuff, but I recommend like something that is long, blunt, or both, like a flail that I picked. Then after that, click accept your characters.
Well met, traveler. Speak with the merchant to trade thy gear. Thy belongings lie safe within the chest. For coin and glory in battle, seek the jester. And shouldst thou need aught else, come to me.
Welcome to the pub, your hub in Half Sword. As said, the merchant is for gear, the jester is for fighting, the innkeeper is for rest and errands. But there's also the weaponsmith who make your weapon, the armorsmith who modify, not make, modify your armor, and the fencer to hire mercenary, also hire muscle. Same thing. There's also a chest that you can use to keep your belongings and equip stuff. And the only way to progress in progression mode is to fight! So let's go to the jester. Oh. This isn't supposed to happen. Like... Okay. I know Half Sword is like still in early access, but even amongst all of the early access game out there, it's a bit more on the buggy side. But I guess you could say that that's the part of the experience. I guess. Okay. Ooh, Alley Riot sound fun. Now this is more like it. Okay, so we get 3 choices. How do we pick one of these? Well, you need to know first what all of this means. So first, there's your rank, but there's also your map, win condition, type of fight, price, bet, and rounds. Now, tip number 2! When picking your fight, you pick the fight that has the best bang for your buck. Champion, 21 coin? No. Retribution, 30 coin? Yes. And then you fight! Now, tip number 3. Loot your enemy. Like, they don't need that axe or that gambeson while they are dead on the floor. So, yippee! Tip number 3.5. Loot your surrounding. There are these like weapons and valuables and little pieces of armor everywhere usually, but usually in the chest like this. Now that you know all the basic, fight! Ah! Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Blech. Okay, I kinda skipped this part, but when you die, you get two options: save your soul or give up, which is self-explanatory. So you wanna save your soul, right? One soul, seek revenge. Remember earlier when I said to pick a blunt weapon? This is the reason why. Because every person you kill will seek revenge on you. So if you kill everyone in your path, good luck. Now, when your rank max out, it's time for the tourney. The tourney is basically the final obstacle before you reaching the new ranks. It has 7 rounds, and I recommend bringing 2 friends by using the fencer, so you win. Gah! So you win. Now what? Oh, hello. Welcome to the pain area. So how are these ranks different from the Beggar rank? Well, instead of them having shitty, poopy farming equipment as weapon, they get a slightly better weapon, like axes, which can do this. Yay! Okay, third time the charm. Hey, I'll teach you a little secret. Hire a high tier mercenary and wait for them to die, and then boom, you got armor and sword and shit. Also, there's a crossbow in this little chest in the forest map. Don't reload it. Use it once as an opener, and you toss it in the mud somewhere. But don't forget to pick it up after the round has ended. Finally, I can, and I missed. And my teammate is dead. And I ran out of money. And this game sucks. Hey, wanna cleanse your soul? Go down to your nearest seer and pay them. And do not, and I mean do not face them, because crew 4, here we go. God damn it. Hey, there's a goblet. You can sell that for a bit of money. Also in the forest map, the card is a scam. Go to this corner instead. Also, finally, do not touch the hive. They never forget, they never forgive. Then, finally, you can get to the commoner's rank. Still axes, but now also sword, messer, and a buckler, and mace, and sometimes a helmet, which is bad. But I found the chainmail. Also, there's a new map called Alley with traps. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there's environmental hazards such as the mud in the slum, and the hive in the forest, and the metal pot on a change. Okay, what the hell, man? So I grind to everyone because I have the chain. Oh hey, militia rank already. More of the same thing. They just have a bit more armor, and the crossbow is now suboptimal because they have armor. And there's also this metal flail things, which is nice. And there's a new map again, Diod. And surprisingly, it has no environmental hazard. Now, moving on to now, see, during my first playthrough, all of this was good and fun. But when I have to play through it again, I started to get a bit boring because each higher rank, the enemies just has more armor. You do get access to one more map, which is the hall, which has some traps and some more weapons like the poleaxe and the cast mace and the war staff. That's good, but mostly boring. So I decided to make a list of the many things wrong with the early access, from annoying to game breaking. Missing 4 in the slum map. Beggar can fight the Lord rank riot. Grab detection doesn't work. Grabbing through objects. Enemy are immune to the slum mud. No organization system. Some zombies spawning from behind and making no sound. Where's the dagger and the great sword? William. Where's the narrow passage and the pit? William. Where the fuck is my shoulder? Why would you put the loot inside the cart if no one can get inside the game? Randomly freezing. I have spawned with no sword. Enemies are still alive even though I cut off their arm. New. Worst physics. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy, mom spaghetti. The free play. Hitbox are still clipping through my armor. Fatal error. Fatal error again. And that is some of the bugs that I found while playing this game. And finally, the one, the only, Lord's ranks. The new ranks in Half Sword. So what does the Lord ranks have? Genuinely I don't know, except it only has a riot and the Lord's tourney, just to get the Baron's armor. Also the boss armor I have all this time is the Baron's armor, and you just play the Lord tourney again until you get all the armor pieces. Yeah, that's it.
Look, wait, that's it? What about the other game modes from the previous demo?
Fine! Fucking... Ah, my finger! So, the Abyss, fine mostly. Except the zombie is super hard to kill. Like, I know they are vengeful zombie, but I cut off all their limbs and I know they should die probably. And also sometimes your foot gets stuck in the coffin. But the free play though. Oh, free play, it's hard to say. From the bottom of my heart, developers, you need to learn by now that limiting free play is not a good idea. Not to mention the horrible inventory system. I have to scroll down 10 billion pieces of armor just to get to the weapon. Like, can you make an armor tab and a weapons tab? And maybe you break it down even more into like different segments. For like armor, you got like plate mail, chain mail, cloth or something, and the weapons like polearm, poleaxes, swords, mace. And if I don't want like these default weapon, make me an ability to craft new weapons. And the map. Why would you make this new map if we can't play them in free play? Like, listen, I know you're doing your best, developers, but shipping a half-baked product and patching things out later is not the best business model. And yes, I know it's early access and everything, but I'm glad we got more Half Sword. Really glad. But it may seem like I'm a bit harsh on the game, but hey, I've been following this game since the Abyssal demo and the playtest and the full update and now the early access. I'm just very passionate about this game. So developers, keep developing. I want to see Half Sword grow. The end.